Hi everyone, this is the first of the two-part video series where I will discuss the value of project portfolio management. I think this is an important topic because it will help you to understand the positive impact that project portfolio management can have on your business. Thank you for watching. Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Think Tank Consulting video blog. My name is Jamal and I'm the President and Principal Consultant at Think Tank Consulting. Today we're starting a new video series called What is the Value of Project Portfolio Management? I want to start by sharing a very interesting study conducted by Professor Robert Cooper some time ago. In this particular study, he was trying to objectively assess whether project portfolio management or acceptance of project portfolio management has a positive impact on businesses. So here's what he did. He went to 205 businesses, average or mean size 6.4 billion in sales. So these are not small companies, these are large companies. And he kind of said, well, the easiest way or the most objective way to assess the success rate of the businesses is by their stock performance. So all of these businesses obviously had to be publicly traded on US or Canadian stock exchanges. What he did in the next step, he looked at the stock performance, stock growth or stock decline over the previous, say, 3 to 5 years. And then he basically ranked the entire list of companies by their stock performance. So the companies with the highest stock growth rate were at the very top. The companies with the largest decline, I guess, were at the bottom. And then he said the following: well, the top third would be called the winners or the best performers. The second third would be called average performers. And the bottom third, 33.3%, would be called the worst performers or the losers. Just to give you some additional information, the breakdown of respondents, about 18% in high technology business, about 8% in process materials, 8% in industrial products, chemicals and advanced materials about 26%, healthcare products 6%, others 19%. So you have a very nice spread of fairly large businesses across different fields. So here's what he discovered. Let me first of all set up these slides for you. Blue denotes winners or the best performers. Red denotes average performers. Yellow shows the losers or the worst performers. So the things that he discovered, then when it comes to idea generation, i.e. having a proper way for generation of ideas and acceptance of those ideas. And I'm going to round the numbers a little bit. 38% of winners versus 12% of losers have it. So a ratio of about 3 to 1. When it comes to technical assessment of the project proposal, not during the project initiation and planning, but even before the project has started, 64% versus 23%. So roughly speaking, 2.5 times. When it comes to operations assessment, 30% versus 12%. Again, roughly speaking, 2.5 times ratio. When it comes to market research, 38 versus 8%. So between 4 and 5 times the ratio. Building business cases, 57 versus 23%. So more than 2 times the ratio, 2 to 1. Spending adequate time on design and development, 70% versus 24%. Market launch, i.e. conducting the proper market launch, 66% versus 24%. Again, 2.5 to 1 ratio. Post-launch review, significant difference, 45% versus 8%. If my math is correct, about 6 times to 1 ratio. And some kind of summary type of findings. Do you have formal and systematic project portfolio management in place? 57% of winners or best performers said yes, versus only 4% of worst performers. Does your resource breakdown reflect business strategy? 66% versus 8%, so 8-to-1 ratio. Portfolio contains high-value projects. 38% versus 0%, so infinity to 1. Our company is doing a good job of ranking prioritizing projects. 30% versus 12%, 3-to-1. So what these statistics show that, yeah, indeed, there seems to be a very high degree of correlation, statistically speaking, between good or excellent stock performance and having project portfolio management in place. I mean, you have seen those ratios, they go anywhere between 2.5 to 1 to infinity to 1. In the next segment of this series, I want to discuss with you what happens if you don't have project portfolio management in place and share some of the examples, and I encourage you to take a look at them and see if they remind maybe about your current company you're working for or maybe some past companies you worked for. Let's see if I can tell some of the things that possibly happening at your organizations. So this was the first episode of What is the Value of Project Portfolio Management series. Please share and like this video, leave a comment. Also visit our company blog at ttc thinktankconsulting.ca. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, connect with me on LinkedIn, and subscribe to our RSS feed and YouTube video channel. You can find all the relevant links below in the video description. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time for another edition of Think Tank Consulting video blog.